Welcome back to the Tampa Bay Rays MLB franchise. We are in the first full week of the regular season. The Rays are 3-4, but now it's time to head down to Montgomery to AA and get our first look at our generational player that we drafted 14th overall in this past draft, Lou Garcia. Can't wait to see how he does. Put him down here in AA, let him crush it, go to AAA, and maybe he'll be in the majors before we get to September. We'll have to wait and see. But there's another guy down here that I'd like to look at while we're down here. Andres Figueroa. He's already got contact major league level. Discipline and clutch are really high too. His power actually isn't in a bad spot. His biggest weakness is going to be his defense, especially his arm and his durability. But we want to get a look at him as well and see how he does and see how close he will be to the major leagues. And one storyline that we want to look at going forward is Johnny DeLuca struggling, hitting .091. Chandler Simpson down in AAA, hitting .286. We already know about that 99 speed, 99 steal. So if he can hit well enough, he may steal that job from DeLuca if DeLuca is going to continue to struggle. So a couple of storylines to look at right now. But first things first, let's go down here to AA. And the Biscuits are going to host the Pensacola Blue Wahoos, and we get our first look at Lou Garcia. And now it's a trip down to Montgomery, Alabama, as the Biscuits are going to take on the Blue Wahoos. We get our first look at Lou Garcia. We're also going to look at Andres Figueroa, one of our other high draft picks. So this won't just be a Lou Garcia spotlight game. What a glorious beard. He's also got a ponytail. You can see that too. Had to swag him up a little bit. And we're going to jump right in. Andres Figueroa is batting leadoff, so we get to see his first AB in the pros, and that's going to be a shot into right center field, and that's going to drop, so we don't have to wait long to see Figueroa's first professional hit as he dumps that into right center field. Way to go, Andres. Yeah. He'd be wiped out on a double play, so now Lou's up now with nobody on and two out. And he's going to hit a fly ball into right field. Drifting back is Pintar. He's going to have that. And Montgomery goes down here in the first. As you see, they trail 2-0. We're going to get an extended look at Garcia in this episode. And Figueroa's back up here. It's 2-1 now, Pensacola, with one out, nobody on here in the third. Takes a pitch off the plate. Figueroa, great contact hitter. Just got to work on his arm and a little bit of his power. Hoping he can be the leadoff hitter of the future if Chandler Simpson isn't. Here's a ground ball to third. Knock down. Throw across and easily get him for the second out. And we're going to jump now to the bottom of the fourth inning. Still 2-1. Garcia up, leading off. Swings and misses on that slider. Probably could have started him in AAA, but I want to get him down here in AA and have him... have a great hot start, get him going, then push him up to AAA at some point. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and that's going to be a ground ball up the middle. Shortstop's going to have that. Acosta throws and gets him for the first out. Now we're here in the top of the fifth. I'm going to show you a little defense from Garcia as a smash. A little one-hop, short hop, guns him down. It's going to be replacing a Gold Glover, Brandon Lau at second base, so his defense is definitely important to the team. And now we hop ahead to the bottom of the fifth with one on and two out. Blue Wahoos lead 3-1. Figueroa takes a slider on the edge for a strike. It's very important both of these guys do really well. Get off to a hot start so we can move them up quickly. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And he swings at a pitch way off the plate inside. Almost hit him and he strikes out. Got to have better discipline than that. Let's go, Figueroa. Then we're going to hop ahead to the bottom of the sixth. Nobody on, one out. And there's a pitch high to Garcia.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
He's 0 for 2 on the day. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And that's going to be a shot inside the bag down the left field line that bounces off the sidewall and gets by the left fielder. Garcia is going to be on second base. Only going to give him a single on that. He takes the base on the error. We get to see his first base hit. Now we hop to the top of the seventh, 4-1 Pensacola with one on. Here's a ground ball in the hole. Diving stop. Garcia gets up and throws him out. Nice play to his left. As I said earlier, defense is definitely going to be something that's important to us. Hopefully he can continue to make these plays. Look at this play. Diving stop, quickly gets up and easily throws them out. Now we go to the bottom of the 8th. Pensacola up 5-1. Nobody on, 1 out. Figueroa back up, 1 for 3 on the day. And a 3-1 pitch. It's going to be a shot down. Oh, knocked down by the first baseman. Thought that was going to get by him. Flipped to the pitcher, and they just get him. Figueroa bidding for extra bases there. That'll bring up Lou. He's 1 for 3 on the day. 5-1 in the bottom of the 9th, leading off here. See if we can get another base hit. Maybe get our first extra base hit, home run. Down in the count, though, 1-2. Here's the pitch. And fouls that off. Nasty curveball. Both these hitters have contact rates in the 70s, so it won't take very long for them to be up in Tampa Bay. There's a ground ball to second base. Backhander there. Easy throw. And that's the first out of the inning. Both of our guys go 1 for 4 in their pro debuts. And the Blue Wahoos would hang on to win that game 5-1. See Milbrandt with the win. Harrison takes the loss. Let's take a look at this box score. See P.J. Morlando, 4 for 5. Hit a home run, drove in 3. He was the big man for the Blue Wahoos. Milbrandt goes 5. Bullpen only gives up 1 hit in the last 4 innings. Our side, see Figueroa with the hit. Garcia with the hit. Bobby Seymour had 2. Made a couple of errors out in the field. Harrison didn't last very long. And got that debut out of the way for both players. And the very next day at Miami, the Rays win 6-0. And Pete Murray gets his first Major League home run, a grand slam. And Shane Baz goes 8 shutout innings as Tampa Bay gets the win. And they stand now at 4-5. And we will get our first look at scouting for this draft class. You can see we have pick number 21, 56, 67, 101, 131, 161, 191. So only 1 pick in the top 50, but we have 3 top 70 picks. And there's a catcher at the top of the board. That would have been so nice for us to have one of those guys fall last year. Great hitting outfielder. Third baseman comes in on the higher end to be really good. First baseman, great bat, good defense. Again, center fielder, these young guys need to come in on the higher end. But I haven't seen a pitcher yet. Look at this. Catcher, left, third, first, center field, left field, shortstop, third base, second base, catcher, closer. Wow. The first pitcher isn't until 14. We pick at 21. That is a loaded hitting class. My goodness. Where have these been in all of the drafts we've been doing? My goodness. I can't believe the number of hitters. Okay. This is more like real life. In real life, usually it's 2/3 hitters, 1/3 pitchers in the first round. And San Diego Stews is doing the exact opposite of that. So Derek Willett looks pretty good. Nice walks per 9 there. So we'll have to get in here. Let's go look at starting pitchers. So 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So after having none of them in the first 14 picks, then we rip off a whole bunch of them in a row. Relievers are down the list. We do have one closer up here at the top. Lefty. Wouldn't be bad to have a really strong strikeout left-handed pitcher for the bullpen. Rod Guy. What a name. But look at these 2 catchers in the top 15. Have to take a look at some of these catchers. These 2 guys right here have good defense too. Their bat comes in anywhere close to the top. That would be awesome. Only one really good first baseman. Excellent third base right there if he comes in on the higher end. And that left fielder. We cleaned up with these outfielders in the draft last year, so we don't necessarily need to go there. So we're going to be looking for some infielders. Hopefully we can find more infielders, and I'll come back and set our initial board on that off camera, but I want to take a look at these guys right after rip so we have an idea. I can't believe there's so many hitters at the top of this draft. We can get any of those guys, especially an infielder and or a catcher, specifically on the infield catcher, that would just be stellar. So maybe our discovery guy can find some more really good bats maybe our discovery guy can find some more really good bats in this one, although I would not mind having a heavy pitcher draft if there's a lot of guys worth taking out there. So I will keep you updated on the progress of all of these guys as we go through and scout them. And in game 2 of the AA season, Pensacola, Montgomery wins that one 5-1. And Andres Figueroa goes 3 for 4, hits his first pro home run. Lou Garcia goes 2 for 4, hits his first pro home run. So our top 2 draft pick prospects down at AA are crushing it early on. Figueroa hitting 500 and Garcia hitting 375. Just what we want to see early in the season. And we get our second look of Lou here in a game against the Biloxi Shuckers on the road. This is definitely the Lou Garcia episode. He'll be coming up here with 2 men on and nobody out here in the top of the first after a hit by pitch and a walk. See if he can do off this left-handed pitcher. See, his average is up to 290 now. And it pitches inside off the plate. He's got 4 home runs, 10 RBIs, been doing great in the sim. Saw him get his first hit in his first game. Maybe we can get his first extra base hit today. 3-2 pitch. And that's inside. So good eye there. Draws the walk, loads the bases with nobody out. Unfortunately, next 3 batters would all make out, so we don't score any runs. We're just going to sim through all of this real quickly, but Garcia definitely need to get his power up a little bit, his fielding up a little bit. That's why we start him down here. Could have started actually in the major leagues, but we're going to start him down here in AAA, and we're going to get his down here in AA, my bad. And we get his second at bat of the game here. Nobody on, nobody out. 1-1 pitch, and it hits him on the hip. So he's drawn a walk and a hit by pitch. Now we get the bases loaded again. 1 out, 2 out, and 3 out. So load the bases twice in this game. Don't score either time, but we are up 1-0. And we'll head ahead here to the 4th inning. Figueroa, his second hit of the day. Now to bring up Garcia with 1 on and 2 outs. See if he can do more than draw a walk or get hit by a pitch. Here's the first pitch from Crook, is high and away. See, he does have good discipline. I want to see some of that power on display, though. 3-1 pitch, and that's a fly ball in the center field. Shallow mid-center field. That's not going to do it. That's going to be the 3rd out. So Montgomery still leads 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the 4th.
Ball 4, take your base.
And Martin crushes a 2-run homer to give the Shuckers a lead. Now it's 3-1. Go to the top of the 5th inning. Theo Gillen, it's another one of our prospects, center field prospect. We don't score again. And they get another run with a triple and a single. And Bobby Seymour makes it a 2-run game with a solo shot. Unfortunately, double play wipes out that rally. And we're back to Lou, leading off here in the 7th inning, down 2 runs. 2-2 count now, facing J.B. Bukauskas. Here's the pitch. It's a shot into right field. Running in, taking that is Bartley. And we would add 2 runs that inning and tie the game up late in the inning. Nice rally by the Biscuits after giving up the lead. Now we head to the top of the 8th, tie game. Nobody on, 2 out. Lou's back up. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a ground ball to first. Easily taken, and stepping on the bag is Vogelbach. That would be it for Lou on the day. But it wouldn't be it for our offense. You can see walk, double, single. take the lead, go to the bottom of the ninth inning. Freddie Torrero, that closer that we found sitting out in free agency, comes in and shuts the door. And the Biscuits come from behind win. Figueroa, single, a double, RBI. Schobel, 2 hits. Seymour, 2 hits, 3 RBIs, including a home run. No hits for Lou, but he did get on base twice as we get the dub. And we jump into our next player lock game here with Lou Garcia as we take on the Trash Pandas. Another home game. And he's going to come up now in the first with 1 on and 1 out, facing Bryce Osmond. Here's the 1-1 pitch. See, Garcia's average has dropped a little bit. Pitches in off the plate. He was hitting 290, started that last game. It's dropped 45 points off his average. Does have 5 home runs, so he's doing well in the sim, at least power-wise. There's going to be a shot in left center field. That's going to get down and go to the wall, and it's going to give Montgomery a lead. Get our first extra base hit on camera for Lou. Nice shot into the gap. And there we go, Lou. Again, glorious beard and ponytail. See this replay. Right down the middle. He didn't miss. Got all of that. Just didn't get a high enough exit angle to get that ball up and over the wall. But we'll take the double. And we're back up here in the third inning. Still 1-0 Biscuits. Get our second AB with Lou. Still facing Osmond. Here's the 1-1 pitch. He swings and misses on the slider.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Very important that Lou gets off to a hot start here so we can push him up to the next level. And the 1-2 pitch. And he checks swing and he strikes out on the slider. A little indecision there cost him. Now we're going to hop ahead to the bottom of the 5th. Nobody out. Sorry, 1 out. Nobody on. Get our third AB with Lou. See, he's got 2 homers, 4 RBI in his last 6 games. And he's going to strike out again on a pitch down in the strike zone for his second K of the day. Now we're going to hop ahead to the bottom of the 7th. Figueroa got a hit. So there's 1 on and 2 out. See if Lou can find the gap again. 2-2 tie. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Hurtado. And he takes strike 3 right down the middle. So very productive first at-bat and nothing since. Hopefully that's not a trend. Doesn't matter though. Biscuits win the game 3-2 as Marshall Wood, one of our other draft choices, late draft choice, relief pitcher, goes to 3-1 as Torrero gets his 8th save. Check out this box score. With 2 hits for Gillen, 3 hits for Sabato, 1 hit for Figueroa, 1 hit for Garcia. Garcia's double got the scoring started. Trevor Harrison, nice start after he saw him have a little bit of a rough debut, but the Biscuits win 3-2. And back up on the major league level, see the Rays are 17-15, first place unexpectedly, not what I was expecting at all. The rest of the division is kind of tanked. The Yankees are 14-17, Orioles are 15-18. I don't understand what's going on with them. But I know our pitching is strong enough. Our hitting is actually doing well enough. Look at his stats real quick, though. I want to show you something. Well, Camanero's doing great. Flores is doing great. Morel's average is down. Lau's got the power going on. And DeLuca can feel it from Chandler Simpson down in AAA, so he's turned it on a bit. But we get down here to the bottom half of the order. Carson Williams only hitting .221, but he does have 4 home runs and 17 RBI. Willie Sanchez has really tanked since opening day, only hitting .229. In fact, he's regressing, and I'm contemplating sending him down to the minors to get him jump-started again. Kenny Piper's doing okay compared to Jason Delay hitting .095. And Pete Murray's only hitting .183, and he is not regressing. So Aranda's not doing what I expected. So we got some guys in the order, bottom half of the order, just not producing, even though we're in first place. So I think I'm going to leave Murray up in the majors, and we're going to send Willie Sanchez down. I don't like that regression right off the rip. So we're going to send him down to AAA and get his bat going again and bring him right back up. And Pete Murray doesn't get it going. When we bring Sanchez up, we'll send Murray down. But we got to get something going with these two. We can't have these rookies regressing right off the rip. Down at AAA, we will probably bring up, I'm not ready to bring up Chandler Simpson, although he's doing great, hitting .257. Probably going to bring up Jake Mangum over Meisner because Mangum's more of a right fielder is what we need there. Definitely has the defense, and he's 30 years old. It will use up his last option, but I'm not too worried about it. At 30 years old, I don't think anybody's going to be clamoring to get a 64 overall C potential outfielder. So we'll make that switch, and as soon as Murray gets on a hot streak, then we'll bring him right back up. And to try and jumpstart Pete Murray, we're going to go ahead and player lock in this game against the White Sox. Just going to show you what Murray does on his ABs. We're not going to show the whole game till we get to the box score at the end, but I want to hop in here and actually bat with him myself and see how he feels as a user player. And a little game storyline update here. Junior's hitting .364 in his last 9 games, and Carson Williams won the April Rookie of the Month award. Didn't know that. That's good to see. Way to go, Carson Williams. And we get our first AB with Pete Murray here, batting 9th, playing left field, down 1-0. And we're still looking for our first hit. Facing Griffin Canning. Take that pitch. See, wearing our City Connect uniforms that I dislike mostly because of the dark numbers and the dark logo. Everything else is all right with me. See Murray hitting 183. Foul that circle change off. Sometimes you got to hop in here and help these young players out. 0-2 pitch. It's going to be a shot in the left field, and it's easily going to be taken by the left fielder for the 3rd out. So we're through 3 innings. Tampa Bay is still looking for their first hit. And Murray's back up here in the bottom of the 6th. Colson Montgomery hit a 2-run shot for the Sox in the top half of the inning. And you can see we have a couple of hits. Flores with a double, Caminero with a single. Let's see if Murray can get on base for the top of the lineup. All right, he went changeup heavy, our first AB. Definitely want to jump on that fastball. As I said before, if Murray doesn't turn around soon, we'll ship him down to the minors as well. And there's a little soft flare to third base for the 2nd out. And we go nuts and score 2 runs in the bottom of the 6th, so it's 1-run game now. And Murray's back up here in the bottom of the 8th inning. James Karinchak comes in. As I said last time, see if we can get on base and get this inning started. All right, need to be a little patient here. Here we go. Ball 1. He's only got 1 home run on the season. That was a grand slam. So outside of that, he's only driven in 1. Definitely not performing at the level we wanted. Foul back, evens the count. I originally thought we were going to have a step back season this year. Not make the playoffs. Foul ball. That's strike 2. But our pitching is so good and our hitting is done just enough that we're in first place unexpectedly. Have to imagine the Yankees in Baltimore as Murray strikes out. Yankees in Baltimore will turn around at some point. So we have our work cut out for us. See this replay. Fastball up and in, and I was tardy. And we lose 3-2 to the White Sox. Look at this box score real quick. 2 hits for Fletcher, 2 for Montgomery, including... Well, that's Braden Montgomery. There's Colson Montgomery. 2 hits, including a home run. Canning pitched well. Our side, 3 hits for Flores. Great addition. Palacios hits a triple, scores a run and drives in a run. Lyle knocked him in. And as you see, the bottom half of the order, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 hit. And 7 strikeouts. That's not a good look for the bottom half of the order. Pepio didn't pitch great, didn't pitch bad. Outside of Yarbrough giving up the run. Bullpen was effective. Just not enough offense in the bottom half. And down in AAA, Willie Sanchez, his first game with the Durham Bulls, he goes 1 for 4, scores twice, drives in 2, hits a home run. Good start there for Willie. And you see Trey Morgan goes 4 for 5, 2 runs scored, drives in 3, hits a home run as well. So middle of the order did their job. And hopefully we'll have more of those games out of Sanchez and get him back up to the majors quickly. And I'll give you another draft choice update here on the scouting as we hit the first weekend in May. Number 1 on our list for starting pitchers, Brian Benitez. 74 to 96 potential, 56, 78 overall, 18 years old. Not going to strike out the world, but has great walks per 9, great velocity, 4-pitch mix. We will get to Brian Tejada, Alberto Velasco, David McMurray. We'll get through these guys when we start scouting the Central region after this week is over. You can see McMurray already up to 16 on our list, but that's a very tight 6-point split. So he is 22, so that might not be a bad pick for us to take in the second round. A little bit older pitcher that might come in with a higher overall and just not an A potential. Derek Willette's another dude with good walks per 9. And got a lot of pitchers in that realm of the first pick. Also want to take a look at this Rod Guy. Great strikeouts, really good walks per 9. Left-handed reliever, always good to have those. Same thing with Ramon Perez, right-handed pitcher. Excellent strikeouts per 9. So we do have some closing pitcher options that we might have to look at, but we'll see how the rest of the scouting goes. Ryan Keene, doubt he's going to fall to us like Garcia did. We went in and looked at Craig Delviar. Looks like he's going to start high C, low B in the low 70s. Really good bat, really good defense. He's 21 years old. And if I don't like any of the pitching prospects when it comes to our pick at 21, I very well may take him, although he could go before it gets to us at 21, being a catcher and the MLB draft rank at 12. We do need to get a good catcher in the system. And we have some other catchers here we're going to look at. Right now I'm going to scout up another 21-year-old left-handed hitting Ryan Manning to see if he's something that we could look at with our first pick. Don't think Dennison's going to last to us. Don't really need another first baseman. We'll take a look at some of these other middle infielders. Picking where we are, we got to start looking in this range in the high 20s and 30s. All these guys are going to be gone before it gets to us, but we have some options. Other infield, Valentin's probably overrated. Although he is 22, that's probably what's going to happen. He's going to be one of those high potential. Actually, he'll be dropped. He'll probably be low B potential, but in the mid 70s right off the rip, kind of like what we had on our last draft. But we'll get some more of these guys scattered. I'm not quite as interested in these outfielders. I want to get some infielders and definitely catchers and pitchers done. And I will keep you updated as we progress along. And we're going to take a look at our stats for our prospects real quick before we wrap up this episode. Lou Garcia got his average back up over 300. He's got 12 runs scored in 23 games, 6 home runs, 21 RBIs, 3 stolen bases, 6 doubles to go along with those home runs. On base is almost 400. Slug is almost 600. Exactly what we needed. His contact against lefties is up. And we'll just let him percolate a little bit longer here in AA. Theo Gillen hitting 308. His power is going down a little bit though. Figueroa's up over 300. He also had 12 runs in 19 games. Only has 1 home run. His contact and power dropping a little bit against righties, going up against lefties. Doesn't have a ton of power, and I expect a little bit better steal rate, but his on base is 422. He's got 22 hits and 11 walks in 19 games. So gotta love that. If we can get that power up. I think I'm training his arm right now. He might have to switch that over to power, but he's doing excellent there. And in AAA, Xavier Isaac, 8 home runs, 24 RBI, hitting 268. Trey Morgan, 5 home runs, hitting 290. Chandler Simpson's hitting 250 with 9 stolen bases. Brooks Lee, have him down here trying to get a little bit better. He's only hitting 259, but he does have 5 home runs, 17 RBI. And on the pitching side, Joe Boyle, 5 wins, 1.10 ERA. Walks are a bit high, but 50 strikeouts in 41 innings. Dylan Lesko, 2.90 ERA with a 1.12 whip. Jackson Ferris, 0.90 ERA. He's 3-2. Oh, he has 2 losses with less than a 1 ERA and less than a 1 whip. It's beyond me, but 27 hits, 12 walks in 40 innings, no home runs allowed. And you can see his hits, walks, and home runs are all increasing. What a great trade that's been so far. And Trevor Harrison, 19-year-old. He's 20 now? Yeah, he's 20. He was 19-year-old, already in the roster file when we got it. He's 4-1 with a 2.88 ERA. Got to get those walks down. Great strikeouts, though. And Owen Wild's pitching great, even though he's a D potential. And Jackson Baumeister, 3.21, 107. Got to like that. So he's improving as well. So we have some guys down here, both in AA and AAA, doing really well. You can see the Biscuits are 22-4. Got to like that. Durham, we're 16-16 coming on. We've gone 7-3 in our last 10. And Tampa Bay, we're 4-6 in our last 10. The Orioles are 8-2, so they're climbing back into this division race. Only a half game behind us as we sit in first at 500. So we'll just see how the season goes. We got to get the bottom half of our lineup going with the bats. Pitching, obviously doing great as usual. So it's just going to be one of those seasons, going to be up and down. We started those 4 rookies on purpose. We're going to have to live with them and do whatever we can to get them back onto hot streaks and producing at the major league level. So anyway, that's going to wrap it up for this episode. Hopefully we can get some of these rookies going well at the major league level, continue to have the prospects do well in the minor leagues, and get them up here playing in Tampa Bay, if not this year or next. So if you like the content, please like, subscribe, comment, share it out, hit the notification bell, and we'll be back very soon with the next episode of the Tampa Bay Rays MLB 25 franchise.